Welcome to the Type 2 Media YouTube channel. Today I'm just going to go through what I sold over the weekend on eBay. I didn't sell anything on Amazon this weekend, so we'll just be focusing on eBay. I sold about $400 worth of stuff. The first things I sold were three Xbox 360 controllers, wireless controllers. A couple of them are missing the backs, where the batteries go. I sold those for a little cheaper. One of them has a button that sticks. The one with the sticky button and missing the battery pack I sold for $12.99. The other one that's missing the battery pack and doesn't have a button that sticks I sold for $13.99. And then the other one that does have the battery back and seemed to be working just fine, I sold for $17.99. Everything I sell is pretty much everything I sell is free shipping. So if I don't specifically say that I charge shipping on top, then just assume everything's free shipping. The next thing I sold two of these Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP handheld systems. Got two of them. One of them, so when I got them, none of them turned on. They wouldn't work. They wouldn't hold a charge, anything. Found out that this one, just the battery was bad in it, and I replaced the battery with my personal battery for testing, and it fired right up. Games played. It charged fine, so I listed this one without a battery, but working, and it sold for $74.99. I then listed this one, which I couldn't get to turn on, couldn't get to take a charge, tried with the other battery, didn't work. Sold it just straight up for parts repair, said it was broken, for $59.99. So these actually go pretty well, even if they're broken. I paid $50 for a working one the other day, or last week I think, and it sold for like $100. So keep an eye out for the Nintendo handheld Game Boy Advance SPs. Speaking of broken stuff, in that same lot that I got those in, I got this Game Boy Color in the atomic purple, like see-through. You can tell it's dirty as hell. Missing the battery pack, or the battery cover. It's all corroded, everything. I also got this purple Game Boy Color. It's missing the battery pack and everything. So I just listed these up for parts only. They don't work. You can repair them if you want. And both of these sold respectively for $39.99 each. So again, there's money in broken systems. I sold this working copy of F-Zero for the Super Nintendo for $19.50, and then this had been sitting on my shelf because I was gonna hold on to it, which is Streets of Rage 2 for the Sega Genesis, but I don't really need it, and I picked this up in a lot a while ago, but since it was in such good condition, I decided to hold on to it for a bit. The price actually went up since I had bought it. I originally was going to sell it for, I think, around $60 or $65, but with the condition that it's in, it looks brand new. I ended up selling it this weekend for $95. So yeah, it was a pretty good buy when I picked it up originally. And that is pretty much what sold this weekend. I'm going to pack all of that stuff up and get it shipped out today. But let's take a look at some of the stuff that showed up to my house this week for me to list. So I got this game for PlayStation 2 called The Guy Game. Never heard of this game. It's the disc only. It seems super weird. I looked up some videos online. Not my type of game, but it's going for like $60 for the disc only. So try and sell that. I got this Yu-Gi-Oh game, The Beginning of Destiny for the PlayStation 2. These are all from the same lot that showed up. Yu-Gi-Oh, the Duelists of the Roses for PlayStation 2. I got The Legend of Zelda, The Four Sword Adventures for the GameCube. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube, disc only. Zatch Bell, Mamoto Fury for the GameCube, and then F-Zero GX for the GameCube. I have to run through and test all of these. They look like they're in pretty good condition. Obviously, they're disc only, but they don't seem to have a ton of scratches on them. But I'm still going to test them to make sure that they all work. And the other thing I got from this lot, which is pretty cool, and unfortunately I have no room. I would like to collect this stuff, but I'm not going to because my wife would kill me. But I got a bunch of old horror VHS tapes, and I know you're thinking VHS tapes, you know, who wants VHS tapes? But you'd be surprised how well the horror genre sells on VHS. I actually sold a copy of the original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween. It wasn't even like an old version of the VHS. I think it was from the 90s maybe, but I sold it on Amazon for $22 a few weeks ago, and I picked that up at the Salvation Army for 95 cents. So keep an eye out for old horror movies, like pre-90s usually, on VHS, especially the more obscure ones, which is what I kind of found with this lot. So I've got My Bloody Valentine. This is the VHS from 1981. These are all ex-rental copies, so they got like stickers on them and like stickers on things on the cassettes, and this one's actually in pretty good condition here. So I got that one. I got this one called Squirm, which is apparently pretty rare. It's not in the best shape, but I should be able to get $75 for it maybe. There's one that sold on there for $130, but it was in much better condition than that one. So we'll see what happens. Mausoleum, the old release of it, from Embassy Entertainment. So I got that one. Then I got this old Betamax tape of The Day the Earth Stood Still. At first glance, I thought it was actually brand new in the package because it's sealed up here. But you can see there's like tape up here and stuff underneath the plastic. So clearly it was resealed. And then I noticed the sticker that someone tried to take off actually says pre-owned and fully guaranteed. So it was definitely an old, probably rental tape that they just sealed up and were trying to sell. And I also got this big box copy of The Boogeyman on VHS, which I don't know, should be pretty good. And then the next like 8 VHS tapes that I got are all from one lot that I wasn't trying to buy, but the price was right, and there's a couple in here that I should be able to easily make the money back, and the other ones, if they don't sell, they're just gonna get thrown away. So like the Final Conflict on VHS, I don't even know what that is. Then this one, The Omen. The Omen, classic horror movie. This one I should be able to get at least, $9 or $10 for, and I paid $8 for the entire lot of all these VHS. So, Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke, classic movie. Probably not worth anything on VHS. It's usually just these horror movies that do well on VHS because people like the nostalgia feel of the horror stuff. So The Omen 2 on VHS, that is the other one that should be able to get $10 for or so. And then like Ringling Brothers, Death Defying, Circus Acts. Like these other ones are kind of dumb and won't really bring in much and probably will end up in the garbage. Stacking, like this looks super dumb. This one I'm not sure about. I haven't really looked into it yet, but I think it might be kind of valuable. Truman Capote's The Glass House on VHS. It's in pretty good condition too, so we'll see. Yeah, from 1987. Then we got The Believers on VHS and The Seduction on VHS. So who knows if these other ones will sell for very much, but for $8, knowing that I could sell the 2 Omen ones for at least around $20 and see what happens with the other ones, it was worth it to me. So that's what I got this week. That's what sold this weekend. A bunch of other stuff sold last week, but I'm not going to go through all of that stuff. But yeah, keep an eye out for those broken video game consoles. Some of them will still sell for a decent amount of money, even if they're broken. Just make sure that you list them as for parts and repair only, and you blatantly say that they don't work. Otherwise, you're going to get some people pretty upset if they get it and it doesn't work. But yeah, that's what I got this week. I'm going to pack all this stuff up, get it over to the post office, and continue listing these VHS tapes because I want to get these horror movies up before Halloween. So I'm hoping to get them up like this week so that people can see them, and if they're searching for them before October, pick them up and have them shipped to their house before then. So I will keep you updated on what sells this week and next weekend with the next video. All right.